Hey team, Coach Stephanie here with your cool down of the week. We got 5 stretches to go through today. And as always, feel free to pause the video anytime you need to spend a little bit more time in the pose. And just as an added thought for your stretching today, the times that you're feeling really sore, so those days after that really hard workout where you're just, it's hard to move, it's just you're sore, ease into these positions and don't necessarily think about getting as deep into the stretch as you can. It's more about helping the body release some of that tension so you can move a little bit more freely. Okay, so we're starting in pigeon today. Let's go ahead and come to the mat, go hands and knees. Oh, and one more thing, you're going to need a wall for today. So make sure you've got access to a wall. So we're going to use that for the very end. So just make sure you have that. Pigeon. So starting hands and knees, let's go right knee behind the right wrist. Okay. And then that left leg is extended behind you. And then we start to scoot the leg back. Now I'm feeling really sore today. So this is probably as much as I'm going to go. If you have more today, you can get your hip lower to the floor by scooting your left leg back. Or we can come down to the forearms. Or if you're like, man, pigeon today is a little bit intense, we can just roll to the outer edge of your right hip, still bowing over the shin to get that stretch, but something that's a little bit more relaxed. So I'm just going to hang out here while you guys are in your pigeon position, and we'll just breathe through this stretch for a few rounds. Good. Let's go ahead and gently come out of this position, finding our way back to the hands and knees. Give yourself a little wiggle. And let's go to the second side. So left knee is right behind the left wrist. And then we're going to scoot it back, that right leg back. Now, again, I'm tight, so this side is just as tight as the other. So I'm going to opt to make this a little bit more of a relaxed pigeon where we drop to the outer left hip. So just decide kind of where you are today. And let's go through 5 cycles of breath, really relaxed. Try to soften the jaw, the shoulders, the forehead, fingers, everything. Good. All right. Slowly bring yourself out of that. And then we're going to go into child's pose side stretch. So find that hands and knees position again. And then bring the toes together. Send the knees out a little bit wider. And then sit the butt to the heels. Okay. From here, your arms are out in front. If that's 12 o'clock, we're going to walk our hands over to 2 o'clock. Now, as we walk over to the right, it's the left hand that's reaching a little bit more to the right, and then the left hip is dropping down. So you get that good pull along the left side. And now walk the hands through center. And then over to 10 o'clock. Again, now the right hand is reaching a little bit farther, and your right hip is dropping down more. And then you'll feel that long side stretch on that right side. And then walking the hands back through center. And then back to your tabletop. Okay, so next up we have thread the needle. So thread the needle is a twist. And what I want you to think about is you have the side that you're twisting to, and then you have your supporting arm. The supporting arm is actually going to do a lot. So we'll get into position, and then I'll kind of talk you through that. So from that hands and knees position, we'll go left arm out, thread the left arm through. Now come all the way down to the left shoulder and let the head rest on the ground, okay? Now here's my supporting arm, my right hand is driving down into the ground, and then it's helping me rotate the right ribs back and my right shoulder back as I kind of open up to the ceiling. And then once you find position, try to breathe big through this to help release some of that extra tension in the small spots that you might be feeling. Good. Let's go ahead and come back to the hands and knees. And then other side. Okay, so right arm out. I'm going to thread the right arm through, come all the way down to the right shoulder. Now that left palm is pressing hard into the floor as you rotate. Good. And we'll come out of that. Good. All right, and then let's go ahead and find our way onto our backs. We'll stretch out the hamstrings a little bit. So let's lay all the way back. We'll start with the right side. So left leg will be straight on the floor, right leg straight up to the ceiling. And hands go anywhere along the leg that allows you to kind of rest the upper body and hold this position. So for me today, it's a little bit more towards the knee that I feel like is useful, is like helpful to get the stretch. Some days I've got hands on calves. Some days it's more like back of the thigh. So kind of with a straight leg, find that best spot for you, and then curl the toes to the shin, and then you'll feel that stretch kind of travel through the whole back side of that right leg. And we'll just breathe. On your end of your next exhale, let's go ahead and just gently release that leg, and then we'll switch sides. So now the left leg is up, right leg is on the floor, and go ahead and grab for the back of the left leg wherever it feels good. Might be the same as the first side, it might be a little different. And then curl the toes to the shin, a little tension in the back of the leg. Good, and let's go ahead and gently release that. Cool. And then final stretch for the day is going to be at the wall. So we're going to need to find that wall. You want enough space at the wall that you can straddle your legs. So we're just going to go onto the big H wall here. And all I'm going to do is get myself, you can orient the mat to be more comfortable so that you can lay flat on it. But I'm going to get my hips all the way to the wall, or as close as I can. And then I'm going to bring my legs up. And right now I'm still kind of far from the wall. So I'm going to shimmy myself to a place where with my legs up, I feel like my low back can be on the floor. And then from here, we're just letting the legs fall open. We're not trying to push them down. We're just allowing gravity and your breathing to help just gently allow the legs to descend. So the weight of gravity will help, but then just breathing through and finding just like release every so often. And then maybe you can just like let those feet come down a little bit. Feel free to stay in this position as long as it feels good. We'll close out here as I just relax and we'll breathe. And as always, it's so great to take care of your body throughout the week, throughout training, as a great balance to the training you do. So take care of yourself, stretch, sleep, all that good stuff. And then we'll see you guys at the next one.